प्यासे होंठों से, प्यासे होंठों से सुनाएंगे जो बाबा लोरी। अब मैं सो जाऊंगी। सर झुकाए हुए बे आस खड़े हैं अम्मा। करबला वाले मेरे पास खड़े हैं अम्मा। यहाँ अकबर वहाँ अब्बास खड़े हैं अम्मा। आ गए सब मैं जिन्हें याद किया करती थी। अब मैं सो जाऊंगी। माँ की नजरों से सकीना को छुपा दो भैया। मुझको कुरान मसाइब तो सुना दो भैया। किबला रूखाक पे दुखिया को लेटा दो भैया। तुमसे वादा रहा, तुमसे वादा रहा दोहराते हुए ना दे अली। अब मैं सो जाऊंगी। फिर निगाहों में मेरी तीरों भरा है लाशा। हाथ फैलाए हुए हैं मेरे प्यारे बाबा। गूंजती है वो इलैया या बुनैया की सदा। आज आवाज वही आती है मक़तल वाली। अब मैं सो जाऊंगी। आज जिंदा से सकी ना की रिहाई होगी। बाबा आए हैं तो फिर नींद भी आई होगी। मर के भी अब ना मेरी इनसे जुदाई होगी। असरे आशूर से बाबा से हूँ मैं बिछड़ी हुई। अब मैं सो जाऊंगी। जब से दरबार में गुर्बत का वो मंजर देखा। शह की तन्हाई ने एक पल मुझे सोने ना दिया। ख़त्म ये खौफ हुआ आज से अकबर मेरा। कोई अब बाबा के, कोई अब बाबा के होंठों पे न मारेगा छड़ी। अब मैं सो जाऊंगी। सलावत पर मोहम्मद वाले मोहम्मद।
बारे दीगर सलवात। ए बाद सबा जाके ये अम्मू को बताना, प्यासी है सकीना। ए बाद सबा जाके ये अम्मू को बताना, प्यासी है सकीना। याद आए सकीना तो चचा लौट के आना, प्यासी है सकीना। इस छोटे से सिन में ये सितम मैंने उठाए, अल्लाह किसी को न यतीम ऐसा बनाए। खुद अपने लहू में कोई बच्ची न नहाए, मैं तुमको बुलाती रही तुम भी तो न आए। मैं बन गई बादस्र लईनों का निशाना, प्यासी है सकीना। पानी की तलब मुझको खिलाती रही ठोकर, कहता था लई दूंगा मैं फौजों को पिलाकर। जब शिमरे लई कर चुका सैराब ये लश्कर, दिखला के मुझे फेंक दिया पानी ज़मीं पर। तब समझी मैं क्या होता है उम्मीद दिलाना, प्यासी है सकीना। एक जाम हुआ शाम गरीबा में मयसर, वो कूज़ा में रख आई थी असगर की लहद पर। था मुझसे भी छोटा मेरा भैया मेरा दिलबर। शर्मिंदा मैं हो जाती चचा प्यास बुझा कर। मैं अपने ही हाथों से मेरी प्यास बुझाना। प्यासी है सकीना। एक रस्सी में हम सब के गले बांध के आदा करते हुए तशहीर चले जानिबे कूफा। और उस पे मुसीबत ये थी कद छोटा था मेरा। उठती थी जो फुपियाँ तो गला खिंचता था मेरा। गर्दन का मेरे जख्म चचा देखने आना। प्यासी है सकीना। जिस रोज से असगर को मिला बाबा का सीना, उस रोज से अम्मू नहीं सो पाई सकीना। इस हाल में जाऊंगी मैं किस तरह मदीना। आ जाए मुझे मौत ही किस काम का जीना। जागी हूँ बहुत आके चचा मुझको सुलाना। प्यासी है सकीना। पल भर ये सदा परचमे अब्बास से आई। मैं भूल नहीं सकता सकीना मेरी बच्ची। काटे गए बाजू मेरे मुझको ये था बीबी। मशकीज़ा अलम में है लगा देख ले अब भी। परचम का मेरे काम है दुनिया को बताना। प्यासी है सकीना। ऐ बाद सबा जाके ये अम्मू को बताना। प्यासी है सकीना। प्यासी है सकीना। सलवात।
Upon the bloodied sand in pain my tears fall. With me cries the stars, the sun, the moon and all. As I scream, there's no father to hear my call. The hearts of angels break from my tragedy. The spears pinned my father's body to the ground. As I cry, he doesn't cry or make a sound. I stay here, and to heaven his heart is bound. I stay here, and to heaven his heart is bound. He left me, but I can't part with his body. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Allahumma salli ala. Brothers and sisters, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. I hope you're all doing well under the care, under the tutelage and the light of the Ahlul Bayt alayhim assalam. And thank each and every one of you for joining us here tonight in tonight's majlis. Before we invite Maulana, there are a couple of announcements that I'd like to make you aware of. Firstly, being tomorrow's majlis coinciding with 13th of Safar, commemorating the shahadat, the martyrdom of Bibi Sakina, salamullah alayha. Secondly, next week we are also hosting the majalis for the Chahilum, the 40th, the Arba'in of Imam Hussein, with our guest speaker being Sheikh Jafar. That's August 11th to August 14th. And lastly, there is a request for Fatiha for the marhumin of the sponsors today, being Muhammad Hassanain ibn Mazahir Hussein, Anis Zahra bint Muslim Hassan, Muhammad Ahmad ibn Hassan Ahmad, Nasim Zahra bint Athar Abbas, Sayyid Saghir Mahdi Mzaidi ibn Sayyid Amir Abbas Zaidi, Sayyida Shama Kazim Zaidi bint Sayyid Iqbal Hasnain Zaidi, Adil Hasnain ibn Muhammad Hasnain, Sayyid Ali Zaygam Zaidi ibn Sayyid Ali Azam Zaidi. Al-Fatiha. With that being said, inshallah, we'll move on to the lecture. And so I'd like to invite Maulana Syed Iftikhar Abid to the minbar. Please welcome to the minbar with a loud salawat ala Muhammad.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين حبيب إله العالمين أبي القاسم مصطفى محمد اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم وعلى آله الطيبين الطاهرين لا سيما بقية الله في الأراضين روحي وأرواح العالمين لتراب مقدمه الفدا ولعنة الله على أعدائهم أجمعين من الآن إلى قيام يوم الدين أما بعد قال الله سبحانه حكيم في كتابه أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم أومن كان ميتا فأحييناه وجعلنا نورا يمشي به في الناس كمن مثله في الظلمات ليس بخارج منها صدق الله العلي العظيم صلوات اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم. The verse 122 of Surah An'am, and for the last couple of days we are trying to understand about that Noor that has been granted and been created and been given to us, and what is the purpose of that Noor, and how we can benefit or we can get the benefit of that Noor in our daily routine and daily life. So with this yesterday I talk about some signs. They can be a part of our, they are the part of our azadari, And I also talk about what content supposed to be delivered from the mimbar and the pulpit. Just for example, if we talk about a syllabus of a school or a class, then we know some of the chapters are very important. Or maybe if the strategy has been designed in taking the examination, then there is a compulsory question which definitely containing the parts of that chapter which is the base of that topic. So if a person is not attempting that compulsory question, then ultimately the weightage of the remaining solved questions will not be equivalent. So there is a very important weightage that has been given to that compulsory chapter or that compulsory question in the paper. So last night I said that if there is a majlis and there is no masaib, then we are not attempting the compulsory question. I'm not saying the rest of the chapters are not important. I'm not saying. But if somebody would like to have high colors in the report card, he needs or she needs to attempt the compulsory question. So if we are saying that if somebody is holding a majlis and he is not emphasizing on the recitation of Masaib and the Musibah of Karbala, then a person is not attempting the compulsory question. So don't take it something as that Maulana is saying that you should not discuss about anything and you should only talk about the Masaib. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying this is a structure. And if you look and go towards the early stages of our scholars and ulama, and these books are now available on net, translated into English. For example, Amali Sheikh Mufid, Amali Sheikh Saduq, Amali Sheikh Tusi. These are the books. Amali means the plural of Imla. Imla means dictation. So when these ulama were delivering their speeches about Imam Hussain, for example, about something else, what they were talking about, it has been recorded. So the most important content you can get out of these books is that they were continuously talking about the ahadith. So whatever I am saying in my words, for example, it's useless as compared to the ahadith. And if we compare ahadith with the personality of Imam, then those ahadith will be least relevant, because when the Imam is there, so the ahadith is the second phase of contact with Imam. The first phase is the Imam himself. So if we would like to commemorate, if we would like to organize these majalis, so we cannot change the syllabus, we cannot change the scenarios. This is what I wanted to talk about the majalis last night. And I didn't mean that we should not discuss about the current affairs. We should not discuss about some problems, maybe the problems of the community. But the whole lecture cannot be given to these things only. Yes, they are very important. And out of 365 days, we have 355 days, or we have 330 days. Yes, you are free to do whatever you want in terms that whatever topic you would like to discuss. Yes, if somebody can come up and can say, Maulana, every day I am talking about Imam Hussain, how many of us, I am saying myself, that after these days of commemoration, these majalis, we are connected with Imam Hussain? How many of us? 1 in a million? 110 million, for example? They did not lose their connectivity with Imam Hussain. And they continued their journey. As I said, that this Karbala, this caravan, this is a continuation or a continuity in it. Because Imam is saying, Assalamu Assalamu ala damis sa'ilat. My salutation upon the blood who is still in movement. So what it means? That Karbala is not standing. I need to attach myself to Karbala. Not to change Karbala according to my own views. This is not the syllabus. Yes, the first step to connect myself with Karbala is a tear in my eye. One tear. How much sawab and how much rewards will be given? Jannah. So is that the end of this? No. If somebody is giving his or her blood for Islam for the sake of Karbala, so definitely that person is better than the person who is just giving tears. No doubt about that. Because he learned from Karbala, he is doing azadari, he is crying for Imam Hussein, and when the time comes, he is ready to sacrifice himself or herself. He is not hiding somewhere, and he is not saying, no, I don't want to come. Yes, we have number of incidents at the time of Saddam Maloon in 1991 in the first uprising, when he captured number of young fighters. They were fighting against Saddam Hussein, Saddam Maloon. Then they were taken to the haram of Abu Abdullah. And this is what one of the khadim and the servants over there, he observed. And he said that there were around 40, 50 young people were there. And then they were being asked, are you still want to go for Hussein? They all kept quiet. One stood up and he said, yes. Then and there he was shot dead. He was killed, he was shot. Then again, the second, is still you want to do something for Hussein? Another person. And he was killed as well. And they both were there, the rest, they didn't stand up. They said, no, we don't want. So, the one who was observing this incident, he said, I saw Imam Hussein in my dream, and Imam said, the second person who was killed to be buried inside the zari or inside that area, and the first person to be buried in the sahan outside. So he asked, Yabna Rasulullah, why? What is the reason? So Imam replied, and he was considering the first person to be buried inside the zari. But Imam replied, the first person was not aware what is going to happen. Whether he was being killed, or he will be released, or he will be punished somehow. But the second person was aware that if I'm going to stand up, I'm going to die. So he went there with his awareness. And he sacrificed his life for the sake of Hussein. So if somebody is doing that, means that he is definitely better than those, they were remaining ones. They were also crying at the majlis of Imam Hussein. But they did not get the courage to stand up for Hussein. So if the majalis are going to take us to that level of sacrifice, that is the standard majalis. And we have to reach up to that. And we have examples in other countries where they utilize this not for the sake of their benefit, not for the sake of their personal benefits and personal aims and objectives, but they wanted that the people should stand up and to show their courage that yes, people are there to sacrifice their life. And thousands of youngsters, they sacrifice their life. So this is, the Karbala is definitely showing us. But this connectivity, this sacrifice is coming when we are reciting Masaib. If we do majalis without Masaib, with all the theoretical analysis, then this is not going to be created. That's why it is a part. And if we look towards the history of Masumin alayhi salam, at that time, the only content of the majalis, the only content was the Marsiya, Latmiyat, nothing else. Nobody was saying anything in front of Imam. A poet was coming with a new Marsiya and was reciting in front of Imam. And even when, for example, some Imam asked somebody who wrote a new Marsiya for Sayyid al-Shuhada, and he called upon him to come and recite. So he started reciting like a normal voice, sitting in front of Imam. So after one or two stanzas, Imam said, no, 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 not like this. No. He said, then how? The way you are reciting in front of people, with your voice, with your melody, everything, the way you are reciting outside, you have to recite in front of me as well. So Imam didn't say, oh, okay, the majlis has not been done because we have important questions to be solved and we have to discuss this and that. No, the basic content. I'm not saying it is restricted. Again, please, don't take it wrong. I'm not saying that other things not to be discussed. But the original syllabus, the compulsory question of the majalis is the Masaib of Sayyidul Shuhada. And we have to take all our listeners, as so many times I'm sitting and I'm listening like you. And if the speaker is saying, no, I don't want to recite Masaib, so that is not a majlis. That could be a lecture. That's why the words are very important. The words we are utilizing, Maulana, it is in English. Yes, it is in English. But somehow in my area, in Montreal, for example, they came and they established Islamic centers, they did not even use the word mosque. They said Masjidul Zahra. Why? Masjidu Ahlul Bayt. They didn't say mosque, didn't say Islamic center. Why? Because this masjid is going to give you something else rather than going to the Islamic center or a hall or something. This is what the culture that has been given to all of us. Urdu, Persian, Arabic, English, French, everyone. Mosque. Mosque is there. But they said, no, we will go to the original Arabic script and we will say Masjidu Fatimatu Zahra, Masjidu Ahlul Bayt. So these words are very important. So we need to understand when you go academically, so there is a lecture, there is symposium, there is seminar, there is something else. But majlis, it has something else as well. Please recite the salawat. And yesterday we were talking about that hadith, and that is the most important thing when we are talking about the noor, the light that has been created and been given to us. That what is the purpose of this light? This has been explained by the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him himself, that if a person does not have an imam, that he is listening to his imam or showing his salutation or showing his obedience to the orders of imam, then his death will be the death of ignorance. So we should have a concept of imam which is going to remove the ignorance from ourselves. And this is the purpose of Karbala as well. So everything which is darkness in my life, in myself, in my heart, in my mind, Karbala is the remedy to remove all these darknesses. In terms of anything, in terms of my life, in terms of my job, in terms of my, for example, my relationships, everywhere. Karbala is something that is going to remove the darkness from my life, from my soul, from my mind, from my heart. And Imam is saying, so the concept of Imamat, when we come and see the reason, for example, the two most important reasons, but again, if you go and recite the Ziyarat of Arba'in, you will find out one sentence which is same as the Ziyarat of the Holy Prophet. What is that? That is that you have done this job to take out people from darkness towards light. And Imam has the quality. Every Imam has the quality. That every Imam is considering that we should act upon his directions and then we should take out ourselves from that darkness. So that is the noor. And the Prophet, peace be upon him, is saying that if a person is not doing that, he's died as the death of ignorance. And after that, if we would like to discuss about what is the importance of Imam and this noor for us, then we can see three important words. This is for myself and for if you would like to see. The one is Tawheed, oneness. The second one is Wilayat. and the third one is Sharia. 3 words. And the sequence is Tawheed, Wilayat and Sharia. What is Shariat? Is day-to-day problems which I am facing. What is halal, what is haram? How to perform salat, how to do that. This is Shariat. Why Shariat is important? Because if a person is following a Shariat which has not been described by Imam, then will he be able to reach up to Imam or not? Because the salat was being conducted by those, they were in the army of Yazid. They were also performing salat. Today so many people, even those, they are killing Muslims, they are also performing salat. Their salat is very good. Even the Khawarij, they were also performing salat. So which salat, which Saum, fasting, which Hajj is something which is going to be accepted? Is the Hajj, Salat, Saum that has been ordered by Imam. So all these rituals, the religious rituals which we are performing as an obligatory act, this is called Sharia. What is halal, haram, mubah, makruh, mustahab, all these things comprising all these laws. And we are following it. Why? Because with purity of my body, with performance of these acts in my life, I am connecting myself with my Imam. Who said, why Iftikhar Abid should perform salat? What is the reason? Because my Imam said. Why should I abstain myself from non-halal things, eatings, meat, burgers? Because my Imam said. Why should I respect my parents? Because my Imam said. Why should I be obedient to my elder siblings? Because Imam said. Why should I work? Because Imam said. All these manasik, all these rituals, if I am started following this, it will strengthen my relationship with my Imam. When my relationship with my Imam is strong, then he will take me to Tawheed. That is the sequence. If somebody is thinking that by removing the Sharia, rituals, duties, obligations, I can reach up to Wilayat, wrong. Not possible. Impossible. Person cannot reach to Imam. Because when a person is not following the orders of Imam, how come he is becoming and closing himself to Imam? This is authority of Imam over my body. I think day before yesterday I said when I am selecting a haircut, what is the reason behind it? Oh, I like that player. Is it haram? Marja will say, no, it is not haram. But when I'm walking on the street with all those, they don't have Imam, and I am doing the same haircut with the same style, then will it be a differentiation between me and those? No. So I have to keep myself, no, we are not the common people. We are those, they are following the guidelines of Imam. So that's why Shariat is important. That's why rituals are important. That's why we are supposed to follow those obligations, and we have to keep ourselves away from those, they are illegitimate, they are haram. We should not indulge, because we need to keep ourselves clean, pak, to connect our Imam. Innama yuridullahu liyuzhiba ankum ar-rijsa ahlal bayt. Because Allah's wish and will is that Allah kept all impurities. Which impurities? Is spiritual or physical? All type of impurities. So I am physically impure with my choice. Will I be able to connect myself with Imam or not? No, with my choice. I'm not saying in emergency. No, I'm saying by my choice. I did not give importance to these things. Oh, this is backward thing. We are enough hygienic. We don't need. And this is again, time is moving fast, that when people consider, and this has been given to our youth, you try to keep yourself with wuzu. And whenever you want to do, you have to keep yourself with wuzu. Why? Because this is hygienic. So a youth came up and he said, Maulana, I just perform bath, not obligatory. I am purely hygienic. Do I need to perform wuzu again or not? It was not obligatory ghusl. Am I supposed to perform wuzu again? Yes. But didn't you say that wuzu is for hygiene? So why should I perform wuzu again? This is what when we come up and we try to solve everything with the help of science, which itself saying that I am not accurate. But we are considering that science is accurate. So what is the reason, Maulana? Why are we supposed to do wuzu? Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would like to give us something else. When you are on the tab of water and when you see Bismillah, Alhamdulillah allazi ja'al al-ma'a tahura wa lam yaj'alhu najasa. Praise to be Allah that who created this water as pak and pure, not najis and impure. Then it comes to when I'm washing my face. Allahumma bayyiz wajhi yawma taswaddul wujuh. Allahumma la taswad wajhi yawma tabyazzal wujuh. What it means? I am not doing hygiene. This is wrong concept. I'm praying, oh my Lord, keep my face with noor when all the faces will be dark. Where is hygiene? Where is hygiene? Because we don't know, we are making it to define that this is important. And this is how we would like to act upon our religious obligations. This is not like that. So try to understand, this Shariat is very important. No doubt about that. We cannot take it as granted. Maulana, this tabarruk is very good. Oh, it's from somewhere. We don't know, or we know that Muslims are not there. But Maulana, taste is very good. So what? We are not following Shariat. Taste is good means my taste buds are still on haram, na'uzubillah. I don't want to ignore those things. So Imam basically defining, that's why this is the conflict, that Ali has the authority to define what is salat, what is wuzu, what is hajj, what is everything to be defined by Ali, by a person who has been appointed by. This is the noor that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is defining for us, that when you are walking around the people, you should say, no, I am a Shia and I don't want to sit over there. I don't want to eat this. That is the noor you have. So with this noor, we can reach up to the vilayat. And with noor, when we are reaching up to vilayat, this vilayat will take us to Tawheed. No other way. There is no other way to reach Allah. No other way. This is the only way by which we can reach to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. So this is important. This is what we need to understand. And the most easiest way that has been given to us, again, this is not the advice, it's just a request to my youth and my to parents. Today we were just discussing about the problem. Somewhere we were sitting that how to organize programs. So one of the scholars said, and it is very good, he said, we don't need to organize programs for youth. Why? We need to organize programs for kids and parents. Parents should be trained how to upbring their kids. The youth already been grown up. If you want to turn them, no, you will try, not you, so many other centers, they are trying to follow the desires of youth. On 6th of July, 5th of July, when there was a temperature 40 degrees feels like, we had a bonfire. We have bonfire in summers or in winters. They are not ready to change their name, but they want to change the whole institution of azadari. Even you said, not only the name, it was literally the fire was there. And the youth were sitting around the fire. So you started 10 years ago a bonfire when the Muharram was in December and youth were there and sitting. Now in July with 40 degrees centigrade, you are saying, no, we want bonfire. Why do you want bonfire? Because this is what we created. We don't want to change it. Somehow after 10 years again it will be in winters. So we need to focus on parents, that how to train their children and kids. And kids, they are there that how they should memorize, they should recite Quran and to learn about majalis and everything. So this is what we are doing. Youth, all right, they can come up, they can get the responsibility as they are doing, mashallah. It's a great job. They are feeling the ownership, they are coming up and they are organizing the program. So give them the responsibilities. And to look after their shortcomings. They will be trained. But if we are going to leave the kids, then they will be like the youth again. So we have to focus on them. So this is in between the brackets. Now, so Imam is doing that. This Noor has been given to us. And the most easiest way that has been explained by the 8th Imam, a person came and he said that I have a lot of sins. And it is very difficult for me to detach myself from those sins. What to do? If somebody is coming up to me, for example, somehow, and is asking, Maulana, I will give him, recite this dua, then, oh, how many sins you have? They are not going to be forgiven. Imam said, recite durood for a number of times. Durood, recite durood, please. Why? Imam said, this durood has a power to eradicate the roots of sin in your heart. Recite. And there is no sound pollution if you are reciting with loud voice. There is no sound pollution. That has again been ordered by the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, that if you are reciting salawat with loud voice, it will eradicate munafiqat, hypocrisy from your heart. And second is tasbih. This tasbih is an example of dhikr kasir. So whenever youth have problem, they should have these two remedies with them, at least. And the way that we are supposed to be purified and to connect ourselves with Imam is this Farsh Aza, where a person is coming and sitting and crying for Imam Hussain, then his sins are going to be forgiven. And this is what Imam has said, if one tear from your eye is coming and crossing your cheeks, then all your previous sins and all your sins in future will be forgiven. How, Maulana? Inshallah, we will talk about tomorrow. That this is the Noor they are going to give. They are giving it to us to purify ourselves and to connect with our Imam and to start performing our rituals day to day, manasik, ibadat, everything. And for this purpose, I said that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala agreed to sacrifice Hussain. Not only Hussain, but the problems faced by those women and children. According to some narrators, Allama Rashid Turabi has mentioned that there were 64 kids when they start their journey from Karbala. But when they reached to Syria, the number was reduced to 20. So those 40 children, they sacrificed their life for the sake to protect the 5th Imam. The 5th Imam was there. He was 4 years old. And the most prominent person who attracted all the enemies of Sayyidul Shuhada was Sakina bintul Hussain. She faced so much tortured upon her body. We cannot consider. And nobody can bear the pain of those and that torture that has been given to Hazrat Sakina Salamullah Alaiha. And she was facing, when she was, day before yesterday, I said that when Sayyidul Shuhada he came and he asking for the farewell from his family, then Hazrat Sakina was outside and he was observing, yes, Dilla Zainab, yes, there for Zainab Salamullah Alaiha. But there is a narration when the Zuljana came without Sayyidul Shuhada and all the women surrounded that Zuljana, then Sakina came up and she asked a very simple question, Ya Jawada Abi, oh the horse of my father, I just need one answer. When he was killed and he was beheaded, was he given water or not? Can you consider the strong faith and strong personality of Sakina? She didn't ask that we are going to be tortured, our chadars will be taken away, our tents will be burned, and everything will be taken away by the army of Yazid. No, she said, was he given water or not? This was the question. And the riwayat in Maqatil, they said, yes, at the time when Hazrat Abbas was going, there was a loud voice coming out from those children, Al-Atash, Al-Atash. But at the time when Imam Hussain ﷺ was beheaded, then there was no sound of Al-Atash. Nobody was asking that I need water. Please give me water. I'm thirsty. I'm hungry. Nobody was saying that. But a time come when a water was sent to the tents of Sayyidul Shuhada. Bibi Zainab Salamullah Alaiha, she came up with a glass of water. Sakina was sleeping and she said that this Sakina, wake up. There's a water. Do you want to drink water? She asked, Ya Zainab, Ya auntie, did you have a drink, have a water? She said, Janab Zainab replied, no, I don't have, because you are the youngest one. She took the glass and started running somewhere. Zainab Salamullah Alaiha, where are you running? She said, right now you said that you are the youngest one. I have a brother, Ali Asghar, who is the youngest one. I would like to give water to Ali Asghar. And this water will be provided to Ali Asghar at this time. लेकिन अजीज़ों, ये सकीना अपनी पूरी इस सफ़र नामे में करबला से शाम तक जो ज़हमतें बर्दाश्त कर रही है, एक ज़हमत देखेंगे आप कैसे कि जब बार बार सकीना गिर रही है अपनी सवारी से, रिवायतों में लिखा है कि जनाब सकीना को अकेला बिठाया गया। 4 साल की बच्ची है। अरब में ये रिवाज नहीं है कि कोई अकेला बैठे, बच्चा 4 साल का कोई अकेला बैठे अपनी सवारी पर। जब जनाबे, और ये रिवायत है कि 32 मंजिलें 16 दिन में तय की गई, तो किस रफ्तार से काफिला चल रहा था, किस रफ्तार से सवारियां चल रही थी। जब जनाबे सकीना गिरती थी, काफिले को रोकना पड़ता था। एक मरतबा जनाबे ज़ैनब ने कहा, ए शिम्र मलऊन, इस सकीना को किसी बीबी की गोद में दे दे, ये बार बार गिर रही है। उसने कहा, नहीं, मैं ऐसा इंतजाम करूंगा कि अब सकीना गिरेगी नहीं। एक मरतबा किसी की कहा कि जाओ जाके रस्सी लेकर आओ। रिवायतें हैं जनाबे सकीना को ऊंट की पीठ से बांध दिया गया, और जनाबे सकीना जब इस सफर में आगे बढ़ी है तो अजीजों, वो सकीना जो अपने बाबा के सर को देख रही थी, अब सिर्फ अपने बाबा को आवाजें दे रही है। वो क्या जख्म होंगे जो जनाबे सकीना को मिले। बस अजीजों, ये सकीना है जो चलती जा रही है। कहते हैं जब कूफा में पहुंचे तो एक मरतबा जनाबे सकीना ने ख्वाहिश का इजहार किया, फूफी अम्मा क्या कहीं से पानी मिल सकता है। उस जमाने में घरों की छतें नीची होती थी, सवारियां ऊंटों पर थी। किसी बीबी ने सुना कि हाँ कोई बच्ची पानी मांग रही है, एक मरतबा पानी लेकर आई, लेकिन कहा कि देखो तुम पानी तो पीना, लेकिन मेरे लिए दुआ भी कर देना। कहा कौन सी दुआ करनी है। बीबी ने कहा कि सकीना पहले दुआ करो फिर पानी पीना। कहा कौन सी दुआ? कहा दुआ करना कि मदीने में मेरा मौला खैरियत से हो। कहा मौला कौन है? कहा हुसैन मेरे मौला है। दूसरी दुआ की, काश मुझे अपनी शहजादी की ज़ियारत नसीब हो। एक मर्तबा रिवायत में जनाब रशीद आबी कहते कि जनाब ज़ैनब ने कहा उम्मे हबीबा क्या अपनी शहजादी को पहचान सकोगी? अजीजों, ये करबला से कूफे का रास्ता है, अगर कूफा से शाम तक का रास्ता हो तो बीबी को कौन पहचानेगा? बस अजीजों, ये सकीना इस तरह से जा रही है। वो मैंने किस्सा आपकी खिदमत में अर्ज किया, वो रिवायत कि जब एक मर्तबा सब लोग पहुंच गए शाम के दरबार में यजीद के सामने तश्त में सरे हुसैन रखा हुआ, बदतमीजी की, असहाब खड़े हो गए, कुछ अफराद खड़े हो गए, लेकिन एक मर्तबा मुतवज्जे हुआ सकीना की तरफ और कहा कि तुम्हें अपने बाबा से बहुत मोहब्बत थी, अपने बाबा से बहुत प्यार करती थी, तुम्हारे बाबा तुमसे प्यार करते थे? कहा हाँ मेरे बाबा मुझसे प्यार करते थे। कहा बुलाओ अपने बाबा को। अल्लामा रशीद रावी फरमाते हैं जनाब सकीना ने फूफी अम्मा की तरफ देखा, हाथों को उठाया, कहा बाबा ये वलियतुल्लाह है। जब अल्फाज अदा किए सरे हुसैन तज से बुलंद हुआ, सकीना की आगोश में आया। अजीब मंजर देखा दुनिया ने। वो बच्ची जो 4 साल से अपने बाबा के सीने पर सो रही थी, आज बाबा का सर सकीना के सीने पर आ गया। वसयअलमुल्लज़ीना ज़लमू अय्या मुनक़लिबिन यनक़लिबून। मातम हुसैन, या 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 हुसैन।
जिंदान के अंधेरों में मेरा दम घुट रहा है। जिंदान के अंधेरों में मेरा दम घुट रहा है। ए क़ज़ा तू ही मिला दे मेरे बाबा से मुझे। ए क़ज़ा तू ही मिला दे मेरे बाबा से मुझे। मैं वो रुख़सार दिखाऊंगी, मैं वो रुख़सार दिखाऊंगी जो नीलों से भरे। ए क़ज़ा तू ही मिला दे मेरे बाबा से मुझे। ए क़ज़ा तू ही मिला दे मेरे बाबा से मुझे। ए क़ज़ा तू ही मिला दे मेरे बाबा से मुझे। मैं वो रुख़सार दिखाऊंगी, मैं वो रुख़सार दिखाऊंगी जो नीलों से भरे। ए तू ही मिला दे मेरे बाबा से मुझे। भैया असग़र को बताऊंगी जले खैमों से, जले खैमों से। मैं बचाती रही झूले को, मैं बचाती रही झूले को, तभी बाल जले। ए क़ज़ा तू ही मिला दे मेरे बाबा से मुझे। ए क़ज़ा तू ही मिला दे मेरे बाबा से मुझे। ए क़ज़ा तू ही मिला दे मेरे बाबा से मुझे। मैं जो दादी से मिलूंगी तो यही पूछूंगी, यही पूछूंगी। पसलियाँ टूटी हो जिसकी वो, पसलियाँ टूटी हो जिसकी वो, भला कैसे जिए। ए क़ज़ा तू ही मिला दे मेरे बाबा से मुझे। ए क़ज़ा तू ही मिला दे मेरे बाबा से मुझे। ए क़ज़ा तू ही मिला दे मेरे बाबा से मुझे। मेरे चाचा जो मिलेंगे तो वो दूर देंगे मुझे, वो दूर देंगे मुझे। पर मैं पहनूंगी कहाँ अब तो, पर मैं पहनूंगी कहाँ अब तो, मेरे कान कटे। ए क़ज़ा तू ही मिला दे मेरे बाबा से मुझे। ए क़ज़ा तू ही मिला दे मेरे बाबा से मुझे। ए क़ज़ा तू ही मिला दे मेरे बाबा से मुझे। जोने मासूमा के रोज़े पे सबर से जाना, सबर से जाना। हो भी सकता है कि चौखट पे, हो भी सकता है कि चौखट पे तुम्हें मौत आए। ए क़ज़ा तू ही मिला दे मेरे बाबा से मुझे। ए क़ज़ा तू ही मिला दे मेरे बाबा से मुझे। मैं वो रुख़सार दिखाऊंगी, मैं वो रुख़सार दिखाऊंगी जो नीलों से भरे। ए क़ज़ा तू ही मिला दे मेरे बाबा से मुझे। ए क़ज़ा तू ही मिला दे मेरे बाबा से मुझे। या हुसैन, 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 या आके रस्सियों से सकीना को छुड़ा लो बाबा, 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 आके रस्सियों से सकीना को छुड़ा लो बाबा। मैं हूँ मुश्किल में मुझे पास बुला लो बाबा, के रस्सियों से सकीना को छुड़ा लो बाबा, आके रस्सियों से सकीना को छुड़ा लो बाबा। मैं हूँ मुश्किल में मुझे पास बुला लो बाबा, के रस्सियों से सकीना को छुड़ा लो बाबा, आके रस्सियों से सकीना को छुड़ा लो बाबा। भागते ऊंट से बाबा मैं कई बार गिरी, दुर्विची ने मेरे देखो मेरी पोशाक जली, मुझको जिंदा के अंधेरों से निकालो बाबा, आके रस्सियों से सकीना को छुड़ा लो बाबा, आके रस्सियों से सकीना को छुड़ा लो बाबा, आके रस्सियों से सकीना को छुड़ा लो बाबा। नींद आती नहीं, सोने से भी डर लगता है, लो जूं करवट तो मेरे कानों से खून रिसता है, अपने सीने पे गड़ी पल को सुला लो बाबा, आके रस्सियों से सकीना को छुड़ा लो बाबा, आके रस्सियों से सकीना को छुड़ा लो बाबा, आके रस्सियों से सकीना को छुड़ा लो बाबा। शिम्र से मांगू जो पानी तो झिड़क देता है, फिर मेरे सामने मट्टी पे गिरा देता है, भेज के गाजी को दो घूंड मंगा लो बाबा, के रस्सियों से सकीना को छुड़ा लो बाबा, आके रस्सियों से सकीना को छुड़ा लो बाबा, के रस्सियों से सकीना को छुड़ा लो बाबा। तेरे कातिल मुझे रोने से मना करते हैं, कभी रोती हूँ तो आबिद पे सितम करते हैं, खुल के रो लूं मुझे नेज़े पे
उठा लो बाबा के रस्सियों से सकीना को छुड़ा लो बाबा आके रस्सियों से सकीना को छुड़ा लो बाबा आके ना कोई मुझको बुलाता है सकीना कह के शाम के लोग बुलाते हैं यतीमा कह के ठोकरें खाती सकीना को संभालो बाबा के रस्सियों से सकीना को छुड़ा लो बाबा आके रस्सियों से सकीना को छुड़ा लो बाबा के रस्सियों बाल खींचे हैं मेरे रुख पे तमाचे मारे देख के गाजी के सर को रहे हंसते सारे हाय जरा अपना वफादार जगा लो बाबा आके रस्सियों से सकीना को छुड़ा लो बाबा आके रस्सियों से सकीना को छुड़ा लो मैं हूँ मुश्किल में मुझे पास बुला लो बाबा के रस्सियों से सकीना